Hardly anybody? Isn't that a little bit selfish? Think about it. It would have costed you exactly, you most probably read it online, so it would have costed you 2 seconds to copy that URL, put it on Facebook, and if you guys are edgy enough, it would have disseminated in your Twitter profile and your LinkedIn profile or wherever else you are. By just that action that took you 2 seconds, maybe I could have gotten an idea, or maybe I could have become a little bit smarter. We tend to take that for granted, and the fun thing about this is that if I do it, if you do it, and you do it, all of a sudden it disseminates to the 200 plus people that Denise was describing in our networks. It's simple actions that does a big difference. Going back into practice, I did a very fun exercise this morning. How many of you ever tried the Facebook friend wheel? Well, in case you haven't, what you have here is my network on Facebook. And remember I was saying that as Rubens, we're very bad at connecting private with our heritage, if I can put it this way. Well, this is my life, if you see it as my social network. Which site do you think is Aruba?
The right side.
Yeah, it is. Anybody found their names? The right side is actually my Aruban life. The left-hand side is my Copenhagen life. The right-hand side is my family, is my heritage, is the people that I grew up with. The left-hand side is the people that I've been doing business with. There's a clear gap. So that's my private life, and that's basically building ourselves as a brand. So my key message is there before I move, so how can I do it at work, is really start thinking about yourself, and start thinking about your start with your LinkedIn profile. Have you invested in daily? Have you met people that should have been recommending you? Send them a mail, just ask, hey, how are you doing? You said you liked my job, what about you post something online for me? And it plays a big role in acquisition of clients. So if you're providing people tools to understand your product better, if you're there talking to them, interacting with them, hopefully you're going to get more clients out of it. From a client perspective, one of the key issues, for example, that I deal with is the fact that when customers come to Saxo Bank, they generally invest in only one type of product. And in the investment world, our holy grail client, or self-directed investors as we call it, so people that invest by themselves, so they don't have people investing on their behalf, are clients that trade multiple product classes. Nevertheless, if you're used to trading one product, it doesn't mean that you're used to trading another product. So how can we get you to trade other products without you feeling that you're wasting your time? It's by educating you. It's using Skype for doing an online course where we can share a screen and I can show you step by step what you're doing. It's by creating white papers. It's by doing a podcast that you can carry with you. All these tools are relatively easy to build because we have tools like our iPhones or because we have tools like SlideShare that allows us to disseminate this information in a very easy way. I am a very visual person, as you can hopefully see from my slides. And even though I like reading, I get tired of it. YouTube has become the library of information for a lot of people. We tend to think that this is just a place that I go for viral jokes. But if you look at the main use of video at the moment, tutorials have been a key growing area. You can learn to do anything online these days. Twitter is a huge tool. From a personal perspective, Twitter is my news aggregator at the moment. Nevertheless, Twitter is also a very good tool for customer service. I love this example from Best Buy, and basically this is just customer support. That to make it real time, they've done it through Twitter pages. I think Twitter is one of those tools that because you're limited in how much you can write, you can give it a lot of meaning to different types of customers. You can inform customers, you can help customers, and because it's so open, you're not just helping the person that you talk to, but you're helping everybody else that publicly can read this information. One of my absolute favorite examples, because I finally feel that the banking industry is getting there, is that how much do you understand about your money? How much do you understand about the mortgage that you may have? How much do you understand about things like your pension, which most probably we're not even thinking about? I went into the financial industry with a marketing background. I went with a marketing background where I chose to exclude all financial subjects out of it. I took some accounting courses, but finance, I couldn't see myself doing finance courses. And then I ended up in Denmark, working for a bank, which I thought was a little bit scary, right? It's completely the opposite from my student years. Nevertheless, once I arrived there, my key challenge became is how can I understand money? First it was understanding the investment products that we were offering, and then the passion became how do I understand my money? If you think about your online banking today, historically what happened was that you had a bunch of bookkeepers keeping lists. Those lists moved from paper, moved into Excel sheets. And then basically we took those Excel sheets and we copy-pasted it into websites. So basically what you have today in your online banking account, I'm just talking about any normal banking account, is a list with all the purchases that you've done. The only piece of information that I have that makes sense to me is my saldo, how much money I have left. If that is zero, it's bad. If that's minus, that's really bad. If that's green, it's good. Nevertheless, everything else is a list of information. It doesn't tell me how am I consuming. It doesn't tell me whether I'm spending my money wrong. And I believe that this is one of the key things that I see changing in my industry at the moment, and that I see changing across many industries, is that right now we've become people that we don't just want to accept things anymore. The internet gave us the power to understand things. And once we want to understand, we want more and more information. And I don't want you to make me read 300 pages to understand what I'm interested in. Because if I log on as a marketeer to Google Analytics, I can understand the traffic to my website in 2 seconds because of 5 images. And what I see happening, in our case, in the financial industry, but it's happening in all those untraditional industries that have nothing to do with social media, is that we're starting to think graphical. We're starting to try to create tools for our customers to simplify complex scenarios and help the customer understand what's really going on. And I think that no matter what for me, no matter what industry that you're working, think about how do I make things simple? How do I come over as trustworthy, but in a way that every single person can understand, whether he's an idiot or not, what is important to them. And I think that that's one of the key learnings that we have from social media. It's not that we're posting our lives online, it's that we're giving access to people, but access in a way that is attractive. So basically, that was me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the presentation. If you have questions, that's my email address. I'm on LinkedIn, so I didn't bring business cards either. And as we were talking earlier, the world is moving very fast. I believe that it's never moved that fast. I call myself a marketing specialist, but I've never learned as much as I learned today. I constantly feel there's much more to learn. And embrace that. Enjoy that and use that with your skills of being a Ruben. And honestly, we can do everything. We can be extremely successful. We just need to work closer together and stop wasting our time segregating all these aspects of our life. Thank you.
Thank Gillian and Denise once again for having the time to fly in and to actually give the presentation. I hope you've all enjoyed it, or at least broaden your horizon on what's available and how you can use it. Use the remaining time to network. And we've brought, as you guys are flying tomorrow very early, we didn't buy wine or flowers because you want to enjoy it, but we bought you guys a little gift, so I would ask you to come forward once again. And on behalf of the DCN team, I would like to present you guys with a little acknowledgement or something to do with the flight, I would say.